Family health and wellness, healthy lifestyle. There is no shortage of media attention on the pitfalls and benefits associated with lifestyle choices. It can be challenging trying to make sense of all the food and exercise decisions we're faced with. The podcast that follows simplifies the basics of good nutrition and achieving the important balance between the food we eat and exercise.
Hi, I'm Karen Soper, a registered holistic nutritionist and wellness specialist. I've been working in the nutrition field for 7 years, consulting individuals in gaining nutritional health and life balance. I also teach a wellness and nutrition course for Canadian fitness professionals, the Canadian leader in fitness education. Recently, I participated in and I helped organize the Our Time, Our Health Diabetes Prevention Conference hosted by the Chiefs of Ontario. There were two-day conferences that offered a Train the Trainer lecture and a workshop series. This was to inform nurses, health workers, and CHCs how to work towards preventing diabetes, as well as sharing ideas for community health initiatives. For more information on the conference, please refer to www.ourtimeourhealth.org. In this podcast today, I'll be touching upon the basic nutrition in our food, what exactly our bodies need, and why we need it. This topic is going to cover functions and sources of macronutrients, and it's going to identify why micronutrients are important. I'll also be exploring the concept of balancing our daily calories, how we can bring awareness to the families we work with about their daily nutrition versus their daily activities. Both of these are indicators of health. So with these two topics, I want to help you inspire individuals to understand their nutritional needs and look at what they consume, as well as what physical activities they participate in to assist them make informed choices. I believe that educating your community members on the basics of nutrition, specifically like understanding the macro and micronutrients, will allow them to get on the path to make better food decisions. So when it comes to educating on food and supporting people to adopt a healthy diet, let's be clear about the basics of nutrition. If we're clear about what's in healthy food and what is not in junk food, as well as all of the things that are in junk food that we don't want, we can empower people to make better decisions. So now I'd like to briefly go over macro and micronutrients. Macronutrient literally means nutrients we need in large quantities from food to survive. So we have micronutrients, therefore means nutrients we need in small quantities. 3 macronutrients are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The 3 micronutrients are vitamins, minerals, and water. So there's 6 nutrients to think about, 3 macro, 3 micro. Just focusing on carbohydrates today, we'll see 3 critical functions. 1, carbohydrates provide glucose to our brains, liver, heart, kidneys, muscles, and various tissues. And with that glucose, they provide both immediate and time-released energy. 2, carbohydrates help regulate the metabolism of 2 other macronutrients, protein and fat. And that means that the consumption of healthy complex carbohydrates assists the proper usage of dietary protein and fat. 3, complex carbohydrates promote regular elimination of waste via the natural fiber content, which means we take the good stuff from our food and we eliminate the remainder. So a simple way to translate this information is to say that healthy carbohydrates are the fuel for the engine in your body. And without the right fuel, your car won't run. Furthermore, simple carbohydrates without the fiber I mentioned, they're too easily absorbed. They lead to high glycemic load and over time induce insulin resistance, putting us on a path to diabetes. We can find healthy sources of carbohydrates in natural whole foods. The best examples of complex carbohydrates are fruits and vegetables. Fruits like these bananas, pears, plums, and vegetables like this kale, red peppers, beets, carrots. And we can look at whole grains like these oats and whole grain brown bread. Alternative healthy carbohydrates include beans, lentils, quinoa, or barley. All of these examples are considered complex carbohydrates because they have lots of fiber. This is really important teachable. Knowing the difference between healthy and junk carbohydrates by identifying if there's fiber or not could help identify what to eat and what not to eat. An apple has fiber, whereas a glass of apple juice does not. Wild rice and brown rice has fiber, and this white rice does not. So fast food has little to zero fiber, and home cooked with whole foods does. Maybe you could design a taste test for families to try at home. Plan to identify carbohydrate foods with fiber and those without, and use processed food versus whole food to make the point. Grocery lists of whole food versus junk foods could be designed to clarify the issue. Plus, simple recipes on how to cook with whole foods is really helpful. Remind your communities that the junk food sources of carbohydrates, such as potato chips, cakes, chocolate bars, pizza, pop, muffins, and bagels, they're highly processed and they contain very little fiber, if any. So instead, they include artificial additives, preservatives, dyes, and harmful sugars and fats, all of which get stored in adipose tissue, our fat cells. These junk foods end up being used for a quick energy boost, they cause fat storage, and our car runs out of fuel. The three micronutrients are vitamins, minerals, and water. Micronutrients, they're important because the vitamins and the minerals are what we call cofactors in many metabolic functions, keeping our major body systems running optimally. Signs of illness and disease appear over time when piece by piece our bodies are robbed of important micronutrients. And when our food is overprocessed, there are few micronutrients available. But fortunately, we can easily get vitamins and minerals from a natural whole foods diet, including fruits and vegetables, lean meats, nuts and seeds, and healthy fats like from olive oil and avocados. The third micronutrient is water. Getting enough water daily, it's underprioritized by most people. If there's one thing to help families recognize, it is that if water could replace all the liquid junk alternatives, it would have major health benefits. 8 glasses of water a day would help maintain a healthy weight by removing water-soluble toxins from the bloodstream, keeping joints lubricated and flexible, hydrate on a cellular level, and even before meals, water can actually make you feel full, therefore you end up eating less. Please suggest all families make juice drinks 25% juice and 75% water. It's a simple change. Also, try to eliminate pop and sugary milk-based drinks. Focus just on increasing simple water intake.